Now, folks, one thing that I wish that the Filipinos would learn over there probably is some that do know, but at least where I'm at, maybe they don't. Maybe where some of you go over there too, they don't. They don't know a proper way to butcher a pig. Now, by their culture, maybe the way they're butchering it's good enough. You know, they like a lot of bone and bone's good. That marrow definitely, and all that gelatinous that's around all those knuckles and all. It does make for some very flavorful soups and food. But sometimes you just want some nice, clean, beautiful cut pork chops, nice and thick, or you want some like nice ham steaks or a nice set of ribs, and it is pork galore over there. And you would think, why can you not find these beautiful cuts? So yeah, nice cuts like this right here. This set of pork ribs, man, that is just beautiful. I really hope to visit with some local markets up there, up there in the local market, and talk to some of them before they go just chopping one of those down with a uh, big old knife, and cleaver and all that. Why it's still whole, and you got a whole rib cage and everything like that. I would love to get them to do a cut like this right here for me. I sure would. It's just nice. It's that nice set with the bone. Very, very nice. That is what I'm hoping for. So there they are, sealed up nice and tight in the foil. I'll fold this over and make a good little seal there on it. Keep all that moisture inside with them. Let them cook in their own moisture. Got this smoker here going. You see, I got everything. Got a little bitty grill. Got this smoker here. Got my gas grill over there. Got an end burner. And for the wife to cook her little fish outdoors and not smell up our house, those dried fish, a little electric burner out here that she likes to use, because we can use power from the solar then, and cook up those smelly fish. Ah, yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Got that fire going down in there. Look at that. So I'm gonna get these bad boys on here and get them started. Now, your heat's gonna convect out of your firebox here and come across. You don't want to put them right dead at where the heat's coming out. Kind of get them on down here about maybe 2/3 of the way down. Not too far down here. You don't want it cold here at the end. And get it right there in a nice little sweet zone where the temperature should be pretty even, you see. Leave a little space down here. Get this thing closed up and just let them take the nice slow cruise, the slow ride. Fire's looking good. Let's check these things out here, see how they're going. Well, the fall's looking good. Man, oh man, that looks good. Ooh-wee. My goodness. That is looking good. See, it's just now starting to cook up good where it get tender. I see the meat's starting to pull back from this bone right here. That's what you want. So I have a welder there in the Philippines, and I have a grinder that I can use. I don't have a torch, but I have a grinder that I can cut metal and all with. And what I have over there is a propane tank they call chalene. In the Philippines, they'll call it getting chalene. So basically, it's a propane tank. LP gas. And the tank's probably about the exact same size as this little smoker right here. It's a kind of short, fat tank. Well, the thing is over there, but we're by the salt water, I can't use one of those tanks a real long time. If it gets exposed to salt very much, they won't refill it, and they'll make you just buy another tank. They're not real expensive on those tanks, so it's not a big deal. So I'm gonna take our old tank. I just bought a new one the last trip I was there, and I kept our old tank. I hope nobody has walked away with it. And I'm gonna make a little smoker grill just like this. That's one of the reasons I enjoy having those things around. Then I have a smaller old chalene tank. It's not quite as big around as this, but it's about the same length. That the same thing, they don't want to refill it no more, and we couldn't get the old valve out of it to put a new valve in. So I'm going to turn that one into our firebox, and basically I'm going to make this exact same setup right there, over in the Philippines. I built them here in the US before, piece of cake, and I'll build it there. And then what I can do, where I cut my lid and I need to make that seal, what I'll do is about like I see right here on this, get some of that flat strap as we call it, and put around it and weld around the edge, and that'll seal your door down. And I just find other unique things and scrap to make other pieces out of, including me a stack right here. So that is going to be one of my little on the side projects while I'm over there in the Philippines. Melinda, are you about ready to see this magic?
Open sesame.
You want to see this mouth-watering magic about to take place right here?
So I need to make it.
Yeah, you look hungry. Making bacon.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. I'm cooking them with some bacon strips on top, so that all out of that nice bacon will drip all in there on top of them. I know you're going to like that, right? Boy, don't those look beautiful. Cooking them slow and tender.
How many hours? 2 hours?
How many hours? I'll tell you, I like it. If I don't cook them slow, you're going to complain. Well,
no, I'm not rushing. I'm still full, but I'm just saying that.
Take these out here. I can tell by how easy it sinks in. Well, it's pretty tender. All that juice just pouring out of there when you poke it. Look at that, man. Nice, huh? Look at that. You see that, man? That is nice. Listen to that. I'll tell you what, they're pretty darn nice, man. Look at that, just squirting out.
Yeah, just more longer. Make sure they cook.
That sounds like being a boss. Why are you trying to be a boss in this operation, huh?
Not a boss.
You just gonna come out and just tell somebody how long you gonna cook it and all. Before I go in there and chow down on that and enjoy this beautiful day, I want to thank you all for the wonderful messages and the support and help and the advice that y'all give. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I know what I'm doing, you know, but there's other times that I'm like, you know what, I appreciate those tidbits of information. So I just want to tell all of you, thank you. All of you that try to help and pass information and share, thank you. Now, sometimes people are misinformed, or they might think what one person's situation is may apply to another person and all. But some of us, because of the way that we have to travel out to different islands once we reach the Philippines, and our LGU could have a different rule, there could be different logistics taking place. It may make each one of our situations unique to the other. And so somebody's just going like right to the island of Luzon, and they don't have to get transportation on out to another island that has their own government rules right there. They may not run into the same problem. And even on some islands, going from one province to the next can be very strict. Especially if any of y'all kept up, the Iloilo region and Bacolod, which is all in Region 6, they have been very strict recently, and I guess like Northern Negros, Occidental, Bacolod had a larger outbreak that they did a small bubble of being really strict on too. And so a lot of that even affects our area. Those are like sister cities. Bacolod City and Iloilo, they call them sister cities. And City of Smile, City of Love, and they're real close to each other, real quick transportation across to each other. And usually what happens in one of those governments will reflect over into the other government, since there's a lot of people exchanging between those two cities right there so near. So we're kind of keeping up with what's happening right there in our particular area. Your area could be different. And I do appreciate the advice and people saying, you know, be sure and get your visor, that silly visor in front of your face, as they called it, you know. But that was my commenter's words. It's not my words, Philippine government. It's not my words. He said it. So, yeah, you know what? I almost forgot that. So the commenter that said, hey, be sure and grab that silly visor, you're right. I have not ordered or went and looked at a store to buy any. We need to have those. But I'll tell you what my plan had been, and that's to wear that full like respirator that I have that's got the filters and it covers your face and it seals you. I'm gonna bring that with me, and if they let me wear that, and I can wear it on the plane, and I can wear it there in the airport instead of wearing a paper mask or cloth or whatever it is, and wearing a face shield, hey, I'll wear that one. Y'all seen me with it before. I had it in the Philippines when this broke out, and the reason I had some of that stuff, as spooky as this is, when I flew in 2018, and my sister-in-law went with me, and Melinda and I. And when Cap went along as well, I bought all of them masks. I bought those cloth that's got the little charcoal things in them. I bought a disposable mask, and I bought that full face mask with changeable filters. And I told them, this was in December 2018. I was a year off. My Nostradamus isn't working so good. I'm 1 year off, not bad. That something bad could happen, and those outbreaks of things that happen over there in Southeast Asia, that we could find ourselves needing those even to keep getting sick on a plane. Well, they scoffed at me. We ain't wearing that. We're gonna look stupid. What are we, like dogs with this on our face and all that? I mean, I heard the ridicule, right? I heard the ridicule. But I had been through that H1N1, and I had once been quarantined inside Japan. Got to Japan, I was just running hay fever here, and got on that plane, and just the general stuff we get, like it was like, I think maybe it was around September, so, and I get a lot of allergies from weeds, and I wasn't feeling good, and I was sneezing this and that. Man, when I got off the plane, they freaking pulled me, and they didn't know really how to check you for that and to be sure, and a lot of questions, kind of like the current malady that's taking place. And so they pulled me in quarantine in a hotel and made you ride it out, and you couldn't take pain relievers or anything to mask the symptoms, and they watched you. It was in a hotel that they cleared out the floor below, they cleared out the floors above, and they had like the zone in the middle that we were all in. And we had a chambermaid that come through, clean, bring us some soup and stuff like that. And an older lady, super nice Japanese lady. Man, she was wonderful. And then when I finally got released from Japan, landed in Manila, and they had that little temperature scanner, they pulled me again, and they were going to quarantine me again. I showed them what all I just been through, and it's something else, and that I need to go to a doctor, but it's not H1N1. They made phone calls. They went through and really discussed it hard, and they finally released me to go home down to Bacala, and for me to get to a doctor, and they were going to be following up with me if I went to a doctor or not. And good thing I did, because I had a serious problem that took very serious measures to correct. So which was kind of funny, because my US doctors had never caught what the doctors did in the hospital at Bacala in just a few minutes. And it really kind of saved my life. I'll just tell you just the way it is. But I've been through all this. I know how you can catch stuff on those planes, and we're expats, foreigners coming into an area we may not have immunity that some people may have immunity to. So I was taking it serious. They weren't. They laughed at me. 1 year later, they're not laughing now. And it's funny, because Cat pulled out that mask I bought him that time, and Melinda come up with them, and they found they're wearing those masks James bought. Yep. I was off by 1 year. 1 year of my magical psychic powers. Appreciate you all. Take care. I'm going to go eat. See you later. God bless, and we love you.
My mouth's watering.
A bacon wrapped rib. Bacon wrapped rib.
It is the name? Bacon?
Yeah. Hey, it does smell good with that bacon on there,
Yeah,
though,
I can
doesn't
smell it. Strong smell for that.
Are you ready to eat, Melly?
Yes. Can't keep my mouth watering, dripping.
Kaunta?
Kaunta.
Kain tayo?
Kain tayo.
Let's do this.